Well, there seems to be a rather confusion, or shall I say, unresolved, unsolved situation right now when it comes to Sean and Joanne. Because as you can see here, it says Joanne busted Sean cheating on social media, and he is living in Maine with James and Tata for now. Now, the only thing is that when it comes to this post stuff in particular, there isn't really much else to give us to really give us a 1000% confirmation that this information is necessarily true. But here's the thing though, James and Sean now have a podcast, and this is exactly what went down on the podcast.
I heard some devastating news. I heard you and Joe broke up. How are you holding up?
Yeah, she kicked me out, bro. I'm so sad. She kicked me out.
Well, that's why I had to take you in, and I've just been trying to take care of you and Bella as best as I could. But I know it's not the home that you had with her.
Such a good friend, man.
I try to be. Remember, you gotta go do those dishes after this.
Yeah. I'd rather that than have to suck your dick again.
So when this post then came out, this one itself in particular was quite clear that these two were having nothing but a laugh, because I mean the context of in particular, him even talking about I'd rather you do a madness to my, down below, you can clearly tell that they're banter when they make a joke about that. And then also on top of that, with just the music that's been played in the background deliberately, it definitely indicates to me that this is probably more likely just a joke between them two rather than it actually being a legit thing. But the question is though, has he now moved out? Is he now living with James? Because here's the thing, James lives in Maine, okay, as you obviously saw in the post of particular. But when it comes to Joanne lives pretty much in, I don't know if it's New York or Boston, or is it New Jersey? It's one of those directions. So obviously they're not exactly next door to each other. Now, given the fact that these two have a podcast that they obviously are doing now pretty much together, like in the same house, in the same building, that tells me that maybe Sean really has moved out. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily say that him and John are broken up, nor does it say that, that he's cheated either. So really and truly, this is where the speculation has come into place. But I will say this though, there was a time when Joanne was very, very active on social media, along with Sean as well. But recently, she has gotten rather quiet on her social media accounts. Now, when I say that, I don't mean in terms of posting perspectives. I'm talking about commenting on posts that can be deemed incorrect on her relationship status. That is something that she was not afraid to actually comment on before in the past. But recently, she's gone very, very quiet. So that does indicate maybe there's truth to what's being said. Maybe they are already together. But as of right now, based on that video, I'm just going to say that they are until we get confirmation that they are not. Now, also regarding to the cheating thing, well, of course, if the cheating was real, then that means 1000% they would not be together. But either way, though, do I see him being the kind of person that would cheat on his missus? Well, I'll leave that question down to you folks. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think that these two have? Because to be fair, when I go down on the conversations of in particular, there are some people who believe it, and then there's some people who don't believe it. I mean, hey, this person says they're having to live with James. They're having to live with James and Tata. Sounds terrible. That's so effed up. Nobody deserves to live with them. But also here's this person says, I saw a clip of this of a postcard with James and Sean, and none of this is true. Because of course, on the podcast of particular, you can definitely tell they are joking around. But again, due to the location differences, it does make you wonder what is actually going on. Now, this person says, I'm sorry, I just don't believe him living with James and Tata. Cheating, I believe it, but I feel like he would just go back to Ireland. I've seen him in some TikToks with Tata and James, so it's possible. Well, here's the thing, he's spending a lot of time with James. Well, clearly and Tata too. So it is a case where he's actually he's living somewhere closer to them than he is to his own woman. Again, these are things that are not fully answered at this point in time, so he does bring the question, what is going on with him and Joanne? I guess we have to wait and see, obviously, if Joanne ever comes and speaks out, because to be honest with you, I'm more inclined to believe what she says rather than what Sean says, because this guy is always joking. Or he has two modes. It's either he's really, really serious, or he's just joking. So to know when he's telling the truth, that's a bit of a sticky one. You know what I mean? But then again, Joanne is also a very good liar too, because she lied to her kids for literally a year or two, didn't she? So there is that too. So it is one of those things where you don't know necessarily who you can and cannot believe. Now it says here, did Joanne set that up as his punishment for cheating? Obviously, this is them joking about him living with James and Tata because obviously a lot of people were not fans of them two at all. But this person says most predictable ending yet. Only surprise is how long it took. Remember how stupid Sean was for always getting mad at Ingy at the tail? Sean was always a jackass. And there you go. People are like, oh my god, that was wild. Oh my god, seriously, that was wild. ETA. That between Sarpa's translation error claiming that he would be laughing at his ass instead of laughing his ass off and calling Iggy to get his side of the story is when I started to actually like Sarpa. When he told Iggy he caught coronavirus, I think I laughed at that. To be fair, the rest of that isn't really relevant. And my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, though, the question is, what do you folks do? Do you believe that cheating has happened and these two are over, or do you believe that they are still together, but for some reason Sean seems to be spending more time with Tata and James? At least that's how it seems anyway. Again, this is all quite confusing, but either way, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.